Hi class, and welcome to your math lesson for today. Today we are working on topic 2, lesson 7, and our learning intention is I can use addition facts I know to help me solve subtraction problems. In our workbooks, our Envisions Volume 1 workbook, we are working on page 81 to start our topic 2, lesson 7 lesson. So if you need to go get your workbook or you need to get to page 81 before we begin working, please go ahead and do so, and you can pause the video. But if you have already done that and you are ready to start your lesson, then we will go ahead and get started, boys and girls. Okay, so again, we are on page 81 of our workbook. We are going to begin with our solve and share. My solve and share looks a little bit different than yours, but that's okay because we have the same problem. You guys just have a picture on your page, but that's okay. So it says Jenna has 6 balls. Jenna has 6 balls. Then 4 balls blow away. How many balls does she have left? Okay. Well, down here it says Jenna says that she can solve 6 minus 4 by adding to 4. What do you think Jenna did? And show our work. So boys and girls, it wants us to do 2 things down here. It wants us to write our addition fact for what we think Jenna did by solving 6 minus 4 by adding to 4. And then we are going to write what 6 minus 4 will equal. So I know this can sound a little bit confusing, so I'm going to show you what I mean. Okay, so on your paper, if you want to do this with me, we can make 6 balls. So I'm going to draw 6 circles. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so it told me that Jenna had 6 balls all together, correct? Yes. Okay, well, then it says, then 4 balls blow away. So 4 of those balls blow away. So I'm going to draw a line through 1, 2, 3, 4 of those balls. We had 6 balls, 4 of them blew away, and now we are left with these 2 balls here. But in our problem, it said that Jenna thinks that she can solve what 6 minus 4 is by adding 4. So in our addition fact, I know I'm going to at least have a 4 because that is what Jenna wants us to work with, by adding 4. Okay? But if I know that my total number of balls that Jenna had was 6, I know that in my total down here, I'm going to have 6. So right now I have 4 plus a number is equal to 6. Well, let's look back at our picture that we drew. So when the 4 balls left, we were left with how many balls? We were left with these 2 balls here. So if I'm wanting to solve 6 minus 4 with adding 4, if I have 4 plus what number equals 6? Well, we had 2 balls left over. So is 4 plus 2 equal to 6? What do you think? 4 plus 2 is equal to 6. So this is what Jenna could have done if she was wanting to add 4 to solve this problem. So if we have 4 plus 2, that is equal to 6. So by doing that, it helps us solve our initial question of if we have 6 balls and 4 fly away, our answer is 2. So these are alike problems. This is addition fact and this is a subtraction fact, but look at our numbers. We use all of the same numbers for these equations. Using adding 4 plus 2 to get 6, our total, also helped us find what our total 6 minus the 4 that flew away would be 2. So this is how we were able to solve 6 minus 4 by adding the number 4 into our addition fact. Let's watch our animated video to help us solve the top of our workbook, page 82.
You can use addition to help you subtract. Look at the picture. What does the 7 show? The 7 shows the whole. What do the 3 counters show? Select your answer.
Do these 3 counters show one part of our problem or the whole part of our problem? So if our whole is 7 and we have 3 counters down here, does that show one part of our problem or the whole part? One part.
The 3 counters show one part. What subtraction fact does the picture show? It shows 7 minus 3 equals what? When you have a subtraction fact, you can think of an addition fact that goes with it. How does this picture show addition? It shows 3 plus a missing part equals 7. Does this picture still show 7 minus 3? Yes, it still shows 7 minus 3. How can it show both 7 minus 3 equals what and 3 plus what equals 7? They are related facts. What can you add to 3 to make 7? You have to find the missing part. What is the missing part? The missing part is 4. In the activity that comes next, how does moving the paper change the number sentences? What part of an addition or subtraction sentence shows the number you covered? Think of the addition fact to solve the subtraction fact. What is the addition fact that will help you solve 7 minus 3? 3 plus 4 equals 7. What is 7 minus 3? 7 minus 3 equals 4. How does 3 plus 4 equals 7 help you find 7 minus 3 equals 4? You know that 3 and 4 make 7. You also know from the subtraction fact that one part of 7 is 3. That means the other part is 4. That's the answer. Now we know how to use addition to help us subtract.
Now let's complete the Convince Me section on our workbook page 82. Our Convince Me says, how can an addition fact help you solve 7 minus 6? So how can an addition fact help you solve 7 minus 6? Well, as we can see, 7 minus 6 is a subtraction problem. So how could we use addition, meaning adding, to help us solve for that? Well, boys and girls, do you remember how in our solve and share we talked about how Jenna could add 4 to solve for 6 minus 4? Well, this is one of those same things, just a little bit different. So let's think. 7 minus 6. If I have 7 and I take 6 away, I am left with 1. I am left with 1. So let's think. How can I use addition to help me solve for this? Well, if I wrote the addition fact for 6 plus 1, 6 plus 1 would also give me 7. So if we compare these two problems, this is our subtraction equation and our addition equation. Both of these equations have a 7, a 6, and a 1. A 7, a 6, and a 1. So if I know 6 plus 1 is equal to 7, I know that when I subtract 7 and 6, my answer will be 1. Now let's look at our guided practice together. Our guided practice tells us to think addition to help us subtract. Draw the missing part. Then write the missing numbers. So we saw some of these examples in our video that we watched earlier. It wants us to think addition to help us subtract. So let's look at number 1. On number 1, we can see that our whole is 5. Our whole is 5, so our total number is 5. If we look at how many counters we have, how many counters do we have right here? How many red counters? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. If my total is 5, then I do not have all of the counters, so I am missing one part. So if I look at my model and it says 5 minus 4 equals blank, and I'm not sure, well, if I know that 4 plus 1 is equal to 5, using that addition will help me see that 5 minus 4 is 1. So by using our addition, and we can say I know 4 plus 1 is equal to 5, well, if I just change those order of those numbers around, if I say 5 minus 4, it is equal to 1. So these equations are a lot alike, just like we've been seeing. So that is how we could use addition to help us subtract. Let's look at number 2. Number 2 tells me that my whole is 6, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 counters. So I am missing a part. Well, let's look what our subtraction says. Our subtraction says 6 minus 5 equals, not sure. Well, let's use addition to see if we can figure it out. 5 plus what number equals 6? Well, let's think. When I count, I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I know that 6 is just one more than the number 5. Or I could use my fingers and say 5 fingers plus 1 finger is equal to 6. So if 5 plus 1 is equal to 6, when I look back at my subtraction problem, 6 minus 5 is equal to 1. Again, notice how our addition and subtraction problems are a lot alike. They both have the same numbers, they are just in different orders and doing different jobs. In 5 plus 1 equals 6, we are using addition, and in 6 minus 5, we are using subtraction, but our missing number was still 1 for both of the problems. Now let's look at our independent practice on page 83 of our workbook page. For our independent practice, our directions tell us to think addition to help you subtract. Draw the missing part, then write the missing numbers. So just like what we did in our video and also our guided practice, we are going to be doing for our independent practice. So boys and girls, let's look at number 3 together. In number 3, it tells us that our whole is 8. So our total is 8. And how many counters do we have on this side? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we are going to be thinking and using addition to help us subtract. So let's look at our addition problem. We have 6 plus a blank number equals 8. So let's think. If I have 6 counters and I need to get to 8, how many more do I need? 6 plus what number equals 8? 6 plus 2 equals 8. If I'm holding up 6 fingers and I add 2 more fingers, so I have 6 7, 8. So, if 6 plus 2 is equal to 8, 8 minus 6 would be 2. Notice how both of our missing parts, again, are the same number. So boys and girls, when you are solving for number 4 and number 5, our missing number that is in our addition will also be our missing number that is in our subtraction equation. So now is a good time to pause the video so that you can complete numbers 4 and 5. When you're ready to play the video, it will begin talking about number 6 at the bottom of the page. So go ahead and pause this video to work on questions 4 and 5, and when you press play again, it will begin talking about number 6. Number 6 says, draw the shape to complete the equation. Our question says, if circle plus triangle equals square, then square minus circle equals blank. Our friend said facts you know to help you subtract. So this question's a little bit different. We're not dealing with numbers and counters. Now we're dealing with shapes. So let's look at our addition problem again. If circle plus triangle equals square, then square minus circle would equal what shape? Let's look at what shapes did we use in our addition problem and what shapes we used in our subtraction problem. Which shape is missing? Write the shape in the blank. When you're ready for number 7 on your worksheet, go ahead and go to the next page. If you're still working on number 6 or any of the questions that were on page 83, go ahead and pause the video because we are going to be talking about our last page, page 84, beginning with question number 7. If you're ready to start with question number 7, then we'll go ahead and get started. On our problem-solving page, it says write an addition equation and a subtraction equation to solve. Number 7 says, Pam needs 8 tickets for a ride. She has 2 tickets. How many tickets does Pam still need? So we are going to write an addition equation and a subtraction equation to solve for number 7. If we read it again, it tells us that Pam needs 8 tickets, but she only has 2 tickets. So we are trying to find out how many tickets does Pam still need. We are going to use the numbers 8 and 2 to write both an addition and a subtraction equation, and we also need to find what our missing part is. How many more tickets does Pam still need? We can find out this number by using both addition and subtraction. For example, if Pam needs 8 tickets, if I look at my addition problem, I know that Pam needs a total of 8 tickets. Pam needs a total of 8 tickets. Well, if I know she has 2, and I need to find out how many more she needs, I have to figure out what is 2 plus a number that equals 8. Once I find this number, I can use it to make my subtraction problem, still using the numbers 8 and 2. If you need to pause this video to keep working on number 7, please go ahead and do so. Mrs. Collier got you a little bit started with number 7. Now I want you to finish it. Number 8 says, box holds 6 crayons. 6 crayons. 4 crayons are inside of the box. Kathy uses addition to find out how many crayons are missing. Is Kathy correct? Yes or no? So Kathy is saying that there are 10 crayons that are missing. She used the problem 6 plus 4 equals 10. Well, let's look at our problem again. If a box holds 6 crayons and there are only 4 crayons in the inside, and we want to find out how many are missing, did Kathy use the correct equation, yes or no? And if she did not use the correct equation, can you write the correct answer for the equation that Kathy should have used? So just a reminder, a box holds 6 crayons total. My total number of crayons is 6. There are only 4 crayons in the box. So how many crayons are missing? And did Kathy use the correct formula? Did Kathy find the correct missing number of crayons? And number 9 says, which addition facts can help you solve 9 minus 2? Choose 2 that apply. So that is very important. It wants you to select 2 of these answer choices here. So which addition facts can help you solve 9 minus 2? 9 minus 2. Which of these addition facts can help us find 9 minus 2? Be sure to look at your example over here where it says your total is 9 and you have 2 counters so far. And you will select 2 answers that apply. Once you have finished answering all of the questions, you are all done with your math assignment for the day.